Good morning, children. How are you all? Children, are you reading the textbook at home? Because in the last two classes, we have completed the chapter 6. Okay, what is the chapter name, children? A. If you follow the last class, you can understand what is the chapter we are taking now. Okay, let us continue the chapter. In this class, we are going to see how the air is going to take the shape of an object. In the last class, what we have seen, children? Air is having the weight, and even air is having the, yes, it shows the occupies the space. Air occupies the space as well as air has weight. How the air occupies space? If any object is empty, you can see the air is filling the empty space. Okay. How the air is having weight? Yes, by inflating the balloon. We have done the activities also, children, in the last class. Yes. If you are inflating the balloon, what you observe? The balloon is increasing. The size of the balloon increases. So that what happened? The air is going into the balloon and it increases the size of the balloon. So after what you can see the weight of the balloon, it increases. Inflating and inflating the balloons also, that activity we have done. Okay, children. By that we can say that the air occupies space as well as air has weight. In this class, we are going to see that air takes the shape of an object. How the air is going to take the shape of an object? Let us see. All of you open the page, children, where we are going to start now. Yes. Air takes the shape of an object. It fills. We can understand this with the help of the following activity. Now we are going to do an activity so that by that we can understand that the air is going to take the shape of an object. You have here the dual document 4. Here we need only one material. What is that? A balloon. Fill the balloon with some air and tie a thread around its mouth so that the balloon does not deflate. Now press one end of the balloon, observe it carefully and write what happens to the shape of the balloon. Children, here only one material you require. What is that? Balloon. First you inflate the balloon. Okay, you just blow the air into the balloon and tie a knot to the mouth of the balloon. You know how to tie a knot with a thread? Yes. After tying the knot, what you have to do? You have to press the balloon from the between. Okay, press the balloon so that you can see some different type of shape. Okay, we will get different type of shapes with the balloon. What is that? It is a balloon. Air is taking the shape. It is taking the shape of an object. Okay, whatever shape you are giving for the balloon, it is showing. By that, what we can say? We can say that air takes the shape of an object. See the picture here, children. Yes, see how the boy is doing here. In this way, if you do know, you can clearly understand how the air takes the shape of an object. It fits. Okay, all of you do this activity at home. Now all of you turn to the page. Turn to the page, children. Yes, now here we can see how air exerts pressure. Okay, in the previous activity we have seen how the air is taking the shape of an object. Here, how the air is exerting the pressure. Children, all of you look into the textbook. We have learned that air has weight. It exerts pressure due to its weight. When you inflate a football or a cycle tire, you press it to check whether it is fully inflated or not. You know it is fully inflated when you are unable to press it anymore. This is because the air inside it exerts pressure and does not allow you to press the ball or tire. When a balloon is blown up, the air pressure inside the balloon slowly becomes greater than the air pressure outside the balloon. Since the balloon is made up of rubber, which is expandable, it grows larger and larger. When the balloon is popped, the air escapes instantly. The sound we hear is from the particles of air inside the balloon coming into sudden contact with the particles of air what air pressure is all about. Children, here what is this here? We know that air has weight as well as air exerts pressure. Okay, it takes the weight. Air is having the weight as well as it takes the shape of the object. Here we are saying that air exerts pressure. How it is air is exerting pressure? In two cases we can find. One is balloon and one is football, and the other one is cycle tire. Do you know what is cycle tire? Yes, children. When you are inflating the air in the cycle tire or a football, after how you will get to know that it is full of air? By pressing on, yes, you will press the ball or football or a cycle tire. You will press it and you will see that whether it is filled with air or not. When it is very tight, you are not able to press it tightly, then you will confirm that it is full of air. Okay, children, what is that happening? The air which is going inside the cycle tire or a football, it is showing the pressure. It is pushing the pressure outside so that it is becoming tight inside. When we are doing from outside, when you are pressing outside the ball or a tire, it is not going in. So that what is happening inside the air which is giving the pressure, so that it is becoming tight. By that we can say that the air exerts pressure. Okay, children. For example, a balloon is there. Okay, you inflated the balloon. You blown the balloon and the air is inside the balloon. Okay, now just take a pin. You know, the safety pin or a ball pin. Just put it a hole onto the balloon. What will happen? You can hear the sound, the silent sound of the air coming out from inside to the outside. Yes, why? Because the particles which are present in the air are coming in contact with the air. Okay, the particles and the air are coming in contact and they are giving the sound. By that we can say that the balloon is getting the air which is there in the balloon is coming out. Okay, by this we can say the whole activity we can say that the air exerts pressure. And here we are having a do and document. Find one activity, an interesting activity. Let us do that. All of you look into the do and document 5, children. Yes, here the materials are required: one glass tumbler, a piece of cardboard and some water. What are the things you require? You require one glass tumbler. Okay, take one glass tumbler and you take a piece of cardboard and you take some water. You fill the glass with some half of the water, you fill it, and you take one cardboard and you take, just think this is a cardboard, children. Okay, yes, these are the things you require. Now what you have to do? Fill 1/3 of glass tumbler with water. You have to fill till 1/3 of water in the glass. Then cover the mouth of the glass tumbler with a piece of cardboard. Just think this is a piece of cardboard and cover the cardboard with mouth of the glass. Holding the cardboard piece in place with your left hand, use your right hand to invert the glass. Just use the left hand and try to invert the glass. Okay, children. Now remove your left hand while still holding the inserted glass with your right hand. Just remove the left hand and try to hold with your right hand so that you will get to know the glass is filled with water. Yes. Now what you see? You can see the water are not coming out because we are covering the mouth of the glass with the cardboard. Yes, children. When you see it like this, you can see the water is remaining in the glass. It doesn't come out because the pressure which is there inside, it is pushing downwards. Okay, it is pushing downwards to the cardboard and it is holding very tightly so that you can't see any leakage of water. Once you try it home, children, so that you will understand very clearly. Okay, all of you see the picture? Yes. Yeah, this is the way you have to do. Okay, I just show you the example with a book, but you have to use a cardboard so that you can find the experiment very clearly. Okay, children. Then you have to write the observation here. What do you observe? You have to observe what you have observed. You have to write it here. Okay? Yes. Now, the cardboard piece and the water stays in place. How did this happen? This This is because of atmospheric pressure from outside that pushes the cardboard upward is greater than the weight of the water and the air inside the glass that pushes the cardboard downward. Yes, children, as I told you that the pressure which is there inside the glass, the water pressure, it is pushing the water towards cardboard. Okay, and it is holding very tightly. That's why you cannot see the leakage of the water. This shows that the air in our atmosphere has weight and exerts pressure. This pressure is equal from all directions at a particular place. As we all have done the experiment, and we can conclude that it has weight as well as it exerts pressure also. The instrument used to measure atmospheric pressure is called as, what is that? Barometer. What is that, children? Barometer is an instrument is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Barometer is an instrument which is used to measure the atmospheric pressure. Now let us go for the air exerts force. Till now we have seen that air occupies space. This is the first one we have seen. Second one, air has weight. Third one we have seen, air takes shape of an object. Fourth one we have seen, air exerts pressure. Now fifth one we are going to see, air exerts force. Okay children, these are the things we have seen. Now we are going to see air exerts force. You know air has weight and it exerts pressure. It is also powerful enough to exert force. The best example of this is wind. What is the example for the force, children? It is wind. Moving air is called wind. You know what is wind, children? Yes, blowing of air is called wind. Moving air is called as wind. Wind carries clouds, dust, leaves, birds, aeroplanes and other objects from one place to another. By observing what wind does, one can understand how air exerts force. And we can see the wind is carries, or it can move from the clouds, it can move the dust, leaves, birds, aeroplanes, etc. These all are moved by the wind. Now let us do here do and document 6 so that you can understand a clear thing that how the air exerts force. Here you need what are the requirement materials? A table fan, a few dry leaves, etc. Okay children, a table fan you need and a few dry leaves also you need. Here take a few dry leaves and a table fan. Put it on the table. And in front of the table, you spread the dry leaves. Okay? In front of the table fan, you just spread the dry leaves and put the fan in a medium speed. Then you observe whether the dry leaves are flying away or it is staying there. When it is in the medium speed, you see what is the difference you observe. The second one you do, increase the speed of the fan. Children, increase the speed of the fan so that you see what you can see that the dry leaves are flying away or staying. In the first case, you can see that the leaves are staying or moving little distance. But in the second case, when you are increasing the speed of the fan, you can see the flying away. The leaves are flying toward distance. Yes, when the speed of fan, you get coldness. When it is in a medium speed, you will be warm. In the same way here also, when you are putting the fan in a medium speed, the dry leaves will travel to a small distance. When it is in a high speed, you can see the leaves are traveling to a long distance. Okay children, by this what you can say? The air exerts force. Okay, when it is in a high speed only, it gives the force. Then you can see the dry leaves are flying away. What is that? What is helping to fly away? Wind, air. Okay, this is the do and document 6 you can see here. Yeah, in the textbook. Children, this is the activity. Yeah, in the first case and in the Second case. Now increase the speed of the fan slowly. Measure and note the distance covered by the leaves each time the speed is increased. As I told you that just measure in the first case and in the second case as you are increasing the speed of the fan. Then you have to write the answer here. Observation. What is the maximum and the minimum distance covered by the leaves? Okay children. Now what is the minimum distance and what is the maximum distance covered by the leaves? You have to write it here. At what speed do the leaves cover the maximum distance? If it is in the medium speed, the leaves are flying. Or if it is in a high speed, is that flying? Just write your observation here. Okay children? Yes. Till now we have seen the 5 different type of points that A occupies space, A has weight, A takes space of an object, A exerts pressure, A exerts force. These are 5 things we have seen of the A. Okay children, till here all of you go through the lesson so that you will understand very clearly what all doing documents are given in the textbook also. Please do it. Okay, so that you can do the experiment as well as you can know what is A, how it works. Okay children, all of you take care at the home. That is the homework. What is the homework today?